What is the dumbest thing you have seen while driving? I saw a guy eating a bowl of cereal one time. I mean, that blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I mean, where did he keep the milk? Was the question I had. 901 535 9898.
I used to haul gas in Memphis, and I had a store that 3 days a week I went out to every morning about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and on the way back, on every day, there's a man that was riding down the road in a small, like Chevy S10 pickup, reading the newspaper that was set out across his steering wheel.
Wow.
And I just, I used to laugh and I thought, boy, if I went by him and wiggled my truck, that'd be a funny scene, but I didn't need to cause no wreck and watch the excitement go on behind me as I drove by.
Right?
Yeah. But I used to see people eating cereal and breakfast and stuff all the time, but I always thought the guy reading the newspaper was the craziest thing.
That just takes the cake there. It just takes it.
The color of the truck was black and white and red all over. This cop, I know, so lame. This cop pulled over a guy reading a James Patterson book. So reading is popular, apparently.
What are we looking at on our left or our tablet over there?
3361 I was reading.
You're reading? Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
What are you reading?
It's a James Patterson book.
Are you able to drive with that thing down?
I think so.
I don't want to see you get hurt, and I certainly don't want to see it hurt anybody else over here, because you would definitely feel terrible if that happened.
James Patterson books are compelling. They really are.
I know my mom's going to kill me, but I got in her car one time. I was like, what is that? And she just could not quit laughing. I was like, is that really your bowl from your oatmeal?
Oh, no.
She's like, yeah, I had it on the way to work.
You're telling off on your mom. Good morning. What's your name?
Stan.
Stan, what's the dumbest thing you've seen in traffic, brother?
I drove a truck and I was in St. Louis and I seen a guy actually broad daylight masturbating.
Oh, no. Why am I not surprised?
It happened to me. It happened to me.
Wait, what? You got caught?
I didn't get caught. Dude next to me was, and I was like, I could not speed off fast enough.
I'll bet. That's wild.
Oh, it's oh my God.
Ugh.
It's too early for that. I guess not, since we do morning wood every day.
Thank you, bud. We appreciate it. From the Rick's Powder Coating text line, do you see this on I-240? Playing a violin.
No way.
Yeah.
That is some talent there.
901 535 9898. What is the dumbest thing you've seen in traffic? "30 minutes from now, we'll give you the chance to win tickets to the Attitude MMA that is coming to the Agri Center July 24th.
Yep, we'll have your time warp.
Y'all know, I've seen a guy completely change his entire outfit. He left the gym and was going down the interstate, and he changed his shirt, his pants, socks, shoes, everything into a suit on his way to work. I reckon, but that's talent, taking your britches off going down the road. Yes, sir.
The dumbest thing you've ever seen in traffic from the Rick's Powder Coating text line at 901-535-9898. One time, me and my husband were coming home from a Halloween party, and when he saw a guy watching an adult film going down Summer Avenue
Oh,
on his way to the adult film theater.
very nice. And hello to Mary Deaton. She's on our Facebook Live. She says she's been sitting on this 240 Midtown for 45 minutes from a car accident. It's backed up probably to South Haven. So I'm sure she
Wow.
thinks that's pretty ridiculous right now.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing she's seen in traffic at the moment. What are the people around you doing in their cars? That's what we need to know. 901-535-9898.
No, I seen a guy completely change his entire outfit. He left the gym and was going down the interstate, and he changed his shirt, his pants, socks, shoes, everything into a suit on his way to work.
He just didn't have time to do it at the gym, clearly.
I reckon, but that's talent taking your bitches off going down the road.
I've done it. I've done it.
Thanks for calling, brother.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you've done it?
Yeah.
You've taken a pair of pants off and put another pair of pants on while driving down the road?
Pair of pants off and shorts on, headed to kickball.
That is safe.
Isn't it safe? Guess what I did yesterday? I have to confess. I took my hands off the wheel, and I guess it was my phone. I was doing something with both hands. Because Patricia, the Pacifica,
It's a self-driving car.
it is. It keeps you between the lanes. Like if you're just driving, I didn't get it at first, and then I realized that when my steering wheel, I thought my tires weren't needed alignment. I was like, no, it's a brand new car, right? No, the steering wheel pulls it because it reads the two lines you're supposed to be in. And I was like,
Wow.
this is dangerous, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Here we go, Patricia.
Your car's smarter than you are.
It is. It is.
901-535-9898. They're changing clothes in a car. That takes talent, man. I mean, you're talented.
It's not easy, and I've done it down the interstate, man. Channel 3 when I used to go down there, and we've both done it. We've done it together. The
Live at 9, yeah.
water cooler Wednesday stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that was just dangerous putting mascara on, trying to finish my makeup, hauling butt, because you know me.
Late for everything.
That's right.
Wow. 901-535-9898. What's the dumbest thing that you have seen in traffic? What?
Hi, how are you? I'm all right. No, that's what I wanted to tell you, the dumbest thing I've seen in traffic. I've going down Union Avenue, I've seen a couple, happened a couple times, but I've seen some knob polishing. And, oh yeah, she was trying her hardest, but, and then I also seen a very, very large man that on a very, very tiny moped. It was great. It was a lunch break, middle of the day, and I feel bad for making fun of the guy, but he's got to be doing what he's got to do. But he was way too big for said moped, and it looked like it was struggling. What was that? Oh, I got one. No problem, man. No problem. Y'all have a good night. So y'all are wanting to know crazy things you've seen in cars driving down the road, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, me and my granddaughter are driving down the road, and we see this couple fighting in front of us or beside us, and they get in front of us, and all of a sudden, something gets thrown out their window and it hits our dash, stops for a second, flies off. Turns out it was the guy's Johnson. And yeah, it was the guy's Johnson. And my granddaughter said, Pop, what was that? And I said, baby, that was a big bug. And she said, well, man, Pop, that bug sure had a big dick, didn't it? Y'all have a happy Thursday. All right, bye-bye.
It's Danny Country Corey at 98.1 The Max. We're wondering what the dumbest thing you ever saw in traffic is.
So y'all are wanting to know crazy things you've seen in cars driving down the road, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, me and my granddaughter are driving down the road, and we see this couple fighting in front of us or beside us, and they get in front of us, and all of a sudden something gets thrown out their window, and it hits our dash, stops for a second, flies off. Turns out it was the guy's Johnson.
No.
Yeah, it was the guy's Johnson, and my granddaughter said, Pop, what was that? And I said, baby, that was a big bug. And she said, well, man, Pop, that bug sure had a big in it.
You mother. We've got your chance at MMA tickets next with the Time Warp.
We'll put 3 sound clips from 1 year together. You guess the year, you win the Time Warp. (901-535-9898). It is time for the Time Warp. I've got 3 audio clips. All have a year in common. They all came from the same year. If you give us the correct year, you are going to the Attitude MMA event at the Agri Center on July 24th. Here is the Time Warp. Listen carefully.
Tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
'Cause it's not my time. I'm not gold. There's a fear in me.
It was a whole suit, a rubber suit. Or so says an Indiana group that thawed the thing out and found an ape costume. Hoax again.
901-535-9898. What year was that from? for MMA tickets.
The Shelby County Health Department will host a media briefing this afternoon on the Delta variant of the coronavirus.
Okay.
And oh man, former Seattle Seahawks cornerback Richard Sherman is in jail right now. He drove his SUV through an active construction zone early yesterday morning, then tried to break into his in-laws' house. Cops had to deploy a police dog to help him get him under control. And here is the police chief.
This morning at approximately 1:49 a.m., Redmond Police received a 911 call from the occupants indicating a family member who did not reside at the residence was trying to break in. Officers responded and made contact with Richard Sherman. Mr. Sherman physically resisted officers' efforts to take him into custody, and a canine was deployed to assist in gaining control of Mr. Sherman. Mr. Sherman was eventually taken into custody. Both Mr. Sherman and the officers sustained minor injuries as a result of the altercation and the canine deployment. Mr. Sherman was treated at a local hospital for his injuries and booked into the King County Jail. He was booked for residential burglary with the domestic violence component, resisting arrest, and malicious mischief.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not going to go good for him.
I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. Back to the time warp.
Tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
'Cause it's not my time. I'm not gold. There's a fear in me.
It was a whole suit, a rubber suit. Or so says an Indiana group that thawed the thing out and found an ape costume. Hoax again.
901-535-9898. Who is this? Okay. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Josh from South Haven.
Josh, what year is the time warp from for MMA tickets?
I'm going to go 2001.
2001 is incorrect. That movie in that clip is Role Models. It's one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen it, it's hysterical.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It really is. 901-535-9898. Good morning. Who is this?
David.
David, what year is that time warp from?
2008.
2008 is correct.
Look at you, David.
Nicely done, man. You got tickets to Attitude MMA July 24th at the Agri Center. How's that grab you? That's next weekend.
That sounds awesome.
Cool, man. Hang on. We'll get some info from you. Make sure you get your tickets, all right? Coming up, we'll call a number at random. See if we can get whoever answers the phone to stay on through a series of ridiculous survey questions.
We call it the Senseless Survey.